Alright, that I have this machine sitting here open is actually very bad. Things are not going well here. Uh, so here's what happened. I went to relocate this machine into a different space in this shelf. Um, Somewhere along the line, I had set it on top of something that wasn't perfectly flat, like this, or maybe like this table over here where I'm chilling a beer right now. And what happened is, that caused, because of shipping damage, the computer board to short out. It is, generally speaking, a no-no to put these machines um, onto a surface where only the bottom is supporting the thing. So it should be on its feet. Generally speaking, these machines do not come with feet. People either don't save them or they get destroyed in shipping. So now I'm going to talk about shipping damage because that is why. So what I did, which I shouldn't have done, but what I did should never have caused the problem that happened. Should never have caused it. What happened was, now this here is the bottom of the machine. This panel right here covers the computer. It is the shield for the main processor board. And what happened is this shield got pressed into the computer board, and now the main computer is no longer communicating with the servo board to send it real servo commands. So thus I have another dead real servo. And the first one died, admittedly because of my own mistake that is completely unrelated. I'm not even going to talk about that. Now, when I noticed this happened, at first I thought, well, perhaps it was just my fault, but then I started looking for shipping damage that would have... And the thing is this machine here has been set up that way before, and it was given the exact same treatment. It was put on top of the same non-flat surfaces, and it does not have feet. Yet, nothing went wrong with it. I cannot stress that enough. Nothing should have gone wrong with this machine with what I did. It is because of shipping damage. I believe this part of the board got pressed into here. Now, I'm going to section this video so that there can be enough light. Someone might think, okay, no shipping damage here. Looking at it, it's all relatively pristine looking. But no, that's not the case. We have here a, this is bent. I don't know if you can see that, but that is not straight. And also, red flag. Right, where the fuck is the camera on this phone? These things are horrible. Alright, so this tab right here, that is the hinge for the main processor board, that tab is bent downward. Very downward, and it's probably twisted from the board hanging on it, but it's bent. This one is also bent. And that's pushing the board, this whole circuit board, further this way. That is down. Now, that alone would not have been enough to cause the problem. So, let's inspect the bottom plate. Look at this. Very bad. A lot of twisting going on. The machine took a hard hit and crushing force. Probably not a very hard hit, but a lot of crushing force. You can see that something is trying to push through the bottom there. You also have that. Very bad. Very, very bad. And one of my favorite things is, it's hard to see here, but there are score marks, or there's a line that's pressed in. It's kind of curved. that's where a cable was directly underneath the machine, the way that it was packed. Now, normally that's not a problem at all, except for the fact that the packing was less than perfect, but there was a lot of crush force applied by United Postal. UPS, United Parcel Service, applied the crushing force that did this. But if it had been packed correctly, that would not have been a problem. So let's look at the other side. Yeah, you can see that light reflection. It's nice and bendy. You can see the contour of that. That's pressed in just in the right area. You see that this outline of where the dust is not on this board, that would be on the bottom of the computer. Now, on the top of the computer board, let's see, that is, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in the right, I've got my stuff the right way around here. Yeah, so toward the outer edge, and that would be in the middle of the machine. That's where this is. This is the most vulnerable part right here, because it's unsupported. Probably not a great design, but this machine is awesome. Apart from that, I'm not being sarcastic. These are fantastic machines. As far as U-matic goes, anyway. I'm sure Betacam would be better. However, anyway, so yeah, you can see. I believe I did this. I was trying to straighten out this cover. I knew that this was a problem. I had this thing short out once before when I set it down on top of something I shouldn't have. Luckily, it recovered from that. But in this case, this was not my fault. So I believe what may have happened is this here and this caused this here to have pressure, which would have pushed on this here. However, thanks to lots of problems all over this thing, I'm not sure if that's where it shorted out. And that really complicates things. So, what I'm going to do, I looked at the service manual and I checked to see that yes, in fact, there is a possibility that there is something to what I'm saying. That what happens is I get an error number 2, and that says that there is no tape tension. I went to check the real servo and found it completely dead. Or not the real servo, I'm sorry. The reels just simply do not try to turn at all. The real servo itself might be just fine. I believe the problem is that it's not getting any commands to rotate from the computer. And apart from that, this machine is okay. The heads were a bit worn. Buyer beware, of course. So, if somebody wants to sell me a U-matic machine, that would be good. And I would think, normally I would say it would be good to warn people who send you things to pack them better. But I am so tired of this shit that, I've got a lot of machines like this. And it just should it's shipping problems and packing problems. So I'm just not going to say anything until the next one is screwed up, because there will be a next one that is screwed up. And I was, all the times that this has happened, I haven't really said anything. I didn't give anyone a bad rating on eBay, which is probably a mistake, but I don't want to start any, stuff with people. And, because then I'm just not wasting my time on that shit. At least that's what I was thinking. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to order a junk machine to get parts, assuming that other parts that I have won't work, which I haven't tried yet. They might not. If I have to order another, when I order another machine, what I'm gonna do is pretty much not say anything. I'm just gonna do just like I did, and when it shows up and when it's completely fucked up, I am going to point out that both UPS and the shipper didn't even try with respect to the realities of the situation. You know, this and I should have probably $1,500 in my pocket right now from all the shipping damage that has occurred. That was not my fault at all. It's not like I said, don't pack these things correctly. It was assumed that the seller would pack the stuff so that it arrived in working condition as it had been shipped. So, I look forward to getting some damaged machines and some money for the damage because I'm going to be able to use the damaged machines to fix all the other fucked up ones that the other people sold me. And I look forward to making some money off this. So if anyone's selling U-matic machines who happens to be watching this video, you might want to be careful when you sell them to me. I'm not going to be mean. I won't, post. I won't give you negative feedback unless you're a real asshole, and I won't post your name on anywhere. I won't say who you are. I'm not going to try to start any shit. But I will not be run over again and again and again, and that's all there is to it.